It's so nice to meet you tonight on the red carpet.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about this amazing movie? What should we know about it?
I mean, about the film, yeah, it's a story it's a personal story. I took a friend of mine who's a business associate from some business I had done with in the past, and he's older. He was having some failing eyesight problems, and we decided to take a trip in this motorcycle.
So this exact motorcycle?
This is the bike, yes,
Okay.
and
I
we
love
drove it from my house in southern Michigan all the way to Oregon, and the trip sort of doesn't go like I thought it would go, and so the problem kind of creates its own interesting kind of study and story. Daryl's a great friend of mine, and he's very doesn't say much, kind of sort of stoic, and the film that we've got here is basically that story of that trip and how kind of I started out with one idea of something really great that kind of falls apart, and now, you know, here's my friend and I trying to still figure out how to get there. We ended up getting there on a different bike, and so the documentary is a very personal thing, but people have seemed to enjoy just talking about the characters between old and young, and even, you know, different times of life, and it's hopefully people find meaning in it. So.
But how did you come up with the whole idea to put your personal story into movie?
Well, I wanted to record it. Daryl, his condition is an eyesight condition, so it was getting worse very quickly, and so I wanted just to have a recording of it so I could show our families. And I literally hired just a very sort of a one person. We had one guy, and then when we started editing the footage, it became a little bit more obvious that we had something maybe a little bit more of a real film here versus just a scrapbook or something that we would personally have. So I didn't start out with the idea that this would occur. It was more like it just kind of, we found it through the process, if that makes sense. Yeah, so yeah, like when I go to ask him to do the trip, he doesn't know I'm going to ask him. We just sort of started saying we're just going to do this and see what happens. And so that's how we got here.
Tell me about the best moment working with the.
The best moment with the crew, it was a hard trip, so I think probably surviving and getting through that process was like when something's hard and it kind of works out, it's not horrible, but they're a totally professional group, and they're very good friends of mine. That's actually the best part of it, is when you can work with phenomenal crew, like the director, the DP, the editors, the studio. They're amazing people, but they're also really good people. People you'd want to hang with even if you didn't work with them. They're good people.
After the screening, are you guys planning to submit your movie to Sundance Film Festival?
We've been in the festival run this year, so we have about I think 6 or 7 awards that we've gotten. So we're kind of done with that, and now we're doing sort of the marketing, and this is kind of part of that process to show folks that are into documentaries, see what they think. So,
are we expecting to see it on TV?
Yes, for sure.
What is the release?
In the next few months, I'm thinking we'll have answers on that. I mean, basically, we're in the process now of trying to put that all together, and I don't think it's going to be a long time, but it might be a few months, but it will be this year.